The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll run on first down. James. And shutting him off now open field. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be second down. They run it with James.
At the 34-yard line.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's third down.
On third down, it's James. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? The ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
5 brings up second and 5.
On the ground, it's James. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 2.
On third down, James. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's James. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill. Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
James. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Lockett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. This is Tony Pollard. Now a hit and a loose football. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome.
We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Now Pollard. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
On the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
It really has, especially as of late. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, Oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And I think the ball's out. And the Falcons grab it.
Prescott's pass.
There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. Once with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Dontari Poe in on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with third and just a couple.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now a give right side. It's James. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
On first down, it's James. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7 toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys down. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Falcons have broken our tie.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Now Pollard. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
So Dak and the Cowboys down by 7. A minute 50 to play. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Got an open man, the tight end Jarwin.
Prescott.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. A throw over the middle, taken in. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Prescott. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Pollard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Recovered by the defense.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
They'll run on 1st down. James. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's James. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. And they give this time to the tailback. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
At the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
There you have it, another challenge and another victory. Now remember, you can always replay challenges if you left any start.
Welcome, everybody. I'm the coach. Up next, another ultimate challenge on EA Sports. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
We start this challenge in the 3rd quarter with less than 2 minutes remaining on the clock. You're ahead by 4, but your opponent has it down to your 5-yard line. 3rd and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Newton. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta Falcons defense, solid coverage.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Rohrwasser's kick is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9.
10. Patriots 9.
So as it turns out, a two-play drive resulting in the field goal. So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
No, they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4...
This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. DK Metcalf, 74 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. And I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And Andrews lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On 3rd down, it's James. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they're able to stop them short of a 1st down.
And they're able to pick up the 1st and keep possession. Congratulations on yet another victory. Now you can go right to the next challenge if there's another one available, or return to challenges to receive your reward.
The coach here, and welcome to this ultimate challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup. To finish this out, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. We pick up this challenge in quarter number 1 with less than 3 minutes left on the clock. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0. Your opponent has the ball on their own 25 as we get set here on first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room just a little.
It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Sherman. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
First down, James. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd
and he'll give it here to his running back.
Edgerrin James.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
At the 33-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
2nd quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's James, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
On the play.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That's good. We're up.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try the left side. It's James.
Edgerrin James, the ball carrier.
Can we just take that run and turn it into kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now a give right side. James. Subsequent gains of 3, 4, and now 5 yards. Good enough for the first down.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
So we've hit intermission, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway?
Here's Mecole Hardman. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 20.
The Falcons set to get things rolling on defense again here. They did a great job in the first half, but both defenses did a great job, Charles. 0-0. Interesting second half probably coming up.
It really is, and you look at your own offense and say, okay, guys, we've held them to 0. Can you give us anything? But maybe as the game goes along, can the defense do it themselves and score some points and win the game?
They'll be hoping to do that right here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And 10.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sherman. And the Falcons grab it. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
3-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's James. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Ball carrier.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football. But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And to give this time to the tailback. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
That's good for a Falcons.
They'll try to run this one in. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try to run this one in. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. My word, it'll be nothing short of a monstrous loss on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Well, that sets up a big 3rd down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Room past the 20. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down.
All I remember from my experience as a defender, when the big fella gets the football, you've got to get on him early before he gets a chance to get up ahead of steam, because once he does that, he's going to leave a lot of tacklers in his wake.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Jackson's pass intercepted. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. And no, it's incomplete. So that hits the ground with only 4 seconds remaining. And this should be the last play. One more shot. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. Tyreek Hill set to return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Hill on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 3rd and 5.
Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just scared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Pulled in at the 24. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. first throw in overtime now for Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column.
Falcons.
And that'll just about do it for us in this one. You've notched another win, and the next challenge awaits.
Chiefs, nothing.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Taking you the rest of the way, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Brandon.
We will begin this challenge in the third quarter with over 2 minutes remaining. You're up by 2 scores. Your opponent has the ball on their own 25. 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys have... Now Burrow loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. And just like that, another ultimate challenge has been defeated. Savor the victory, if only for a moment, because you know there's always another challenge right around the corner.
Hello there, it's the coach with you here today, and this is an ultimate challenge. Now let's hand it off to Brandon and Charles as we jump straight into the action.
We pick up this challenge in quarter number 1 with less than 3 minutes left on the clock. We're still without a score, tied at 0. Your opponent has the ball on their own 25, and it's 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Short throw hauled in by Croft. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor.
Allen's pass intercepted. The Falcons take over.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. The first offensive series goes run, 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 but only for a combined 7 yards. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
No move by Dan Quinn to get the offense off the field. They're staying out there, and they're going for it on fourth. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Apparently establishing the ground game is pretty vital. 5 runs to begin for them offensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Good for a Falcons.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Edger and James in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
Dixon set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes Diggs. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Nothing. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And here comes Diggs. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Number 26.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Chancellor brought him down. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back now in Baltimore. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
44-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Nice job there getting the win. Next up, another challenge, of course.
Bills, nothing.
Hello, everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the Coach. Let's join this one already in progress. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you. We pick up this challenge in the third quarter with less than 3 minutes left on the clock. You're down 7. You've got possession in your own territory. As we get set here, 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
On 2nd down, Peterson. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Adrian Peterson, 59 yards. Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always replay the challenge again. Otherwise, it's time to move on to the next one.
Hey, folks, it's the Coach here. Welcome back for another exciting matchup in Madden Ultimate Team. Let's send it down to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis for the call.
Thank you, Coach. We pick up this challenge in quarter number 1 with less than 3 minutes left on the clock. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0. You've got the ball on your own 25-yard line. 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. And if you're an Adrian Peterson fan, that's the sign that you want to see right there on the other end. They got to learn to get him down, or this could be a long one.
And it's also the sign that his team wanted to see. Him making that type of a run, having a force and an impact on the game that early, that really demoralizes the defense because they realize it could be a long game trying to get him on the ground.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. AP still got it. Touchdown, Falcons! Adrian Peterson, 31 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said. Better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
Dixon set to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Danny Amendola on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. We see Matthew Stafford, the one-time Georgia Bulldog, set to pilot the offense of the Detroit Lions.
And his arm strength is often described as out of this world, and I've seen some throws out of him that are just really off the charts. But sometimes he relied on his arm so much, his footwork got in the way, led to some inconsistency. But I've loved watching him evolve as a quarterback. He gets better and better each year.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, Stafford here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Falcons 7, Lions nothing.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Adrian Peterson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good to make it 14-0. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken from about the 12. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball. Got a full game ahead of him. Hand it to him again. See if they can start to produce.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
2 minutes to play. First half, it's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Adrian Peterson now getting ready to go again. On offense. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And some room to roam now. Adrian Peterson off to the races.
Go time, baby.
Touchdown, Falcons. Adrian Peterson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. 1 play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 21-0.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Amendola. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, Try and score when given the opportunity.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. Not much there, only a yard.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
There defensively.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He hasn't had his best day. They have been good running the football, and they have the lead, though, so maybe he just personally wants to improve his play.
And that's without a doubt, because at the end of the game, he wants to feel like he had a really good hand in his team winning, if in fact they do go on and get that done. But the bottom line is finding a way to win the game. So if you're not playing that well, but somebody else is on the team, keep going to that hot hand.
Yeah, not over yet, but looking good here in the... And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Adrian Peterson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons push further out in front. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the route is on here in this first half.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Now Amendola. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. His guys have just about put this one on ice already. As for the call of the second half, we turn things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Now Amendola. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drop. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And this offense is running away with this one. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Falcons grab it.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone. It's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
12 yards on the play. Leads to third down and 1.
Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said we've been run over, Run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. And they'll get them down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. You know what? I know it's 4th down and they've got a big lead, but go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead. But don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the defensive side?
Yeah.
They've been shoved around this entire game, and they're making a nice goal line stand here. It would be fun to see them stop them on 4th down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's like putting whipped cream on broccoli at this point.
So what you're saying is they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to get it, aren't they?
I would. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Yeah, quick throw here, that's complete. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
10 at the 20.
Throwing again is Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Complete to T.J. Hockenson.
Stafford looks to throw again. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Stafford on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Nicely done. Another one up, another one down. Keep grinding and keep racking up those wins.
Welcome, everybody. I'm the coach. Up next, another ultimate challenge on EA Sports. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
We pick up this challenge in the 3rd quarter with less than 3 minutes left on the clock. You're trailing by 4. Your opponent has driven into your territory, and it's first down. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. It's Troy Pope, the former Jacksonville State Gamecock. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down now, it's Jackson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, Taylor, and the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On is the punter long here as he sends this one away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. All right, you did it. You got the win. Congratulations. Keep that momentum going and tackle that next challenge.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach with you here today for another edition of Madden Ultimate Team. To finish this out, here's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We pick up this challenge in quarter number 1 with less than 3 minutes left on the clock. We're still without a score, tied at 0. Your opponent has the ball on their own 25, and it's 1st and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, Michael Roberts, there. But it'll be 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air comment.
Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
Lamar Jackson.
So here are the Falcons with great field position to start out. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shots, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville.
And no one can run the football like Lamar Jackson from the quarterback position. The most dynamic guy with the ball in his hands since probably Michael Vick. Got more accurate throwing the football each and every year at Louisville. But how about this one? A first-round pick in 2017, the number 32 pick of the first round. The last guy to do that at Louisville, Teddy Bridgewater, the same exact pick when he came out.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
James.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
On 3rd down, it's James. The first offensive series goes run, 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 but only for a combined 7 yards.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
Pickup of 2.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
We're scoreless after one.
First quarter with no score.
Second quarter now, Falcon football. As they come up now, second and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
The pickup. It's now third and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a fourth and goal.
No gain on the play.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now, fourth and goal from the 2. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coach. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
This is what I love about calling these games. Fourth and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
Dixon set to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Recovered by the Falcons.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Jackson now off the bootleg. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. That's it for the first half. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Dolphins, nothing. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Automatic first down.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Fitzpatrick, a give to Breida. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Breida, the ball carrier.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here, as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion, they'll keep it on the ground. It's James. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They'll run on first down. James. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
It's 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Another Falcons.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Yeah, good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
There you have it, another challenge and another victory. Now remember, you can always replay challenges if you left any stars on the table.
The coach here, and welcome to this ultimate challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup. Taking you the rest of the way, here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Brandon.
Coach, thank you as always. We start this challenge in the third quarter with less than 2 minutes remaining on the clock. You've got a big lead. Your opponent has possession on their own 30-yard line. As we get set here, 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Lamar Jackson sacked.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Shotgun now for Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again.
Dante Jackson picks it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 21.
Congratulations on yet another victory. Now you can go right to the next challenge if there's another one available, or return to
Hello there, it's the coach with you here today, and this is an ultimate challenge. Now let's hand it off to Brandon and Charles as we jump straight into the action.
Thank you, Coach. We pick up this challenge in quarter number 1 with less than 3 minutes left on the clock. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0. Your opponent has the ball on their own 25 as we get set here on 1st down. They begin the drive with Johnson. Johnson on, it's poked free. Football's held. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he loses the football a second time. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
And what a sophomore season he had for the Cardinals. Pretty much swept every major quarterback award, including the Heisman Trophy. And we spent a lot of time talking about his legs. Formidable. He can run the ball like few others, but the key to everything for him is his ability to be accurate from the pocket.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
And to give this time to the tailback. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. An effective 10 yards there takes us back to first down.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
The line of scrimmage. That's the end of the
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Texans nothing.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, it's James. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
On 2nd down, it's James. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Cobb. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now here's David Johnson in the Houston offense yet again.
And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up second down.
Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
Throwing again is Watson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Oh, man, come on.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed. Well, my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess, what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
His guys have a 3-touchdown lead as we're about ready to go into the second half. And to get you through it, we give it back to Brandon Gaudin.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Taken in at the 3.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And bulldozing through multiple tackles. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
J.J. Watt on the tackle.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
He was brought down.
Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still second down.
On 2nd down now, it's James. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. That's the end.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. On 3rd down, James. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards. And now a decision here on 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll try and run for it. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, We're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And that'll just about do it for us in this one. You've notched another win, and the next challenge awaits.
Hey, folks, I'm your host, the coach. It's game time. It's Ultimate Team. It doesn't get any better than this. Let's join this one already in progress. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. We begin this challenge in the 2nd quarter with less than 2 minutes remaining in the half. You're down big. You have possession on your own 30-yard line. 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they were stopped on 4th down. Had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see.
This is caught inside the 15. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. And just like that, another Ultimate Challenge has been defeated. Savor the victory, if only for a moment, because you know there's always another
Hello, everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the Coach.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. On first down, it's James. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
On second down, it's James. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 3rd down, James. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Here we go on 4th down. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So here come the Cowboys onto the field with excellent position to get things started. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State.
When he came out of college, I thought his best attribute was being able to break the pocket and make plays in the open field. But watching him develop over the years, you see a guy who can stand in the pocket and deliver excellent throws into tight windows.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. They'll run on first down. It's James. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. On third down, it's James. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And to give this time to the tailback. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway.
Now Pollard. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. Of course, his last carry, if you remember back to the second quarter, was a fumble, so had to sit on that in the locker room. I don't know. Do you think anything's going on in his mind?
It is, because he has to acknowledge it, he has to own it, and he's created a little bit of a debt that he owes his team right now. But at the same time, he's been practicing for a long time. He's been carrying the ball. There are ball security things that are just automatic. And sometimes, I know it's hard to believe, sometimes the defense just makes a great play and knocks the football loose.
Yeah, they're trying to get the football, too. You think sometimes maybe we overanalyze. Oh, he fumbled the football. That's football sometimes, right?
Yeah, as long as he's not out there swinging it wide and we see it's easy to punch out, sometimes we just have to say, you know something, they made a big play. Now you got to go back and get them.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
43-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Prescott from the gun. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
And Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, That could be the difference.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. To throw again. Jackson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. DK Metcalf, 87 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be. Oh, Prescott stripped. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And he's going to go down again. Frank Clark. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And oh, he coughed it up, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and they're not able to convert on 4th down.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Jackson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Now Pollard. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it.
Recovered by the Falcons.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. He'll find Metcalf. Still up, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. DK Metcalf, 28 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now Pollard. And he loses the football a 2nd time, and the Falcons grab it.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the Falcons.
And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Johnson there to make the grab. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Pollard. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Oh, Prescott stripped. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24.
A gain of 12 yards. Brings up 4th.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And the ball is knocked out. And the Falcons grab it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're... And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Just keeping the play alive. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Falcons grab it.
Prescott on the keeper.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through, and that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. 20! A big-time play there for the Falcons. 46 yards on the ground. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out.